Alright, so I'm doing my reading response 5. We just had to read an excerpt, and it was actually kind of cool. It's pretty much about this lady who visits Bell Labs, which is a research and development arm of this company called Alcatel-Lucent. I've honestly never heard of them before, but apparently they pretty much control like all of the internet, like like they handle all of the internet and all that kind of stuff. And so pretty much, it was her going through the Bell Laboratories and asking a bunch of questions and things like that. But we'll get more into that. But overall, I mean, with the format of it and stuff, one thing I did notice is that there was a couple of spelling errors throughout this, and then I thought it was kind of dull. There was no pictures at all. It just was like one white page with a bunch of text. I will have to say that it was chunked fairly well, so that was a positive thing. But there's actually one really cool thing that I liked about it, and it was talking about like how if you spend like if you get exposed your mind or whatever, it gets exposed to something for like 10,000 hours. It like almost hardwires your brain or whatever. So it's kind of like talking about how nowadays with technology that pretty much everyone's spent like 10,000 hours on the internet, and we're kind of like hardwired for our brain to work like on the internet and stuff like that. I mean, some people might not, depending on if they were just born or whatever. But I mean, it's pretty cool because they even have this thing in the last paragraph, excuse me, that kind of ties it in, saying that if you have a culture whose brains are planned by digital culture and internet browsing like we have, you'll have a citizenry who wants their lives to be simultaneous, fluid, ready to jump from link to link. So, in other words, a society that assumes that knowledge is there for the asking when you need it. So it was kind of a cool thing of um, of like how kind of like we nowadays like compared to back in the day are with the internet. And she asks a lot of questions to this guy whose name is Hoffman, I believe. And yeah, Hoffman, and he's the company's like I don't know, someone in the like administration, and they ask him like a really like intriguing question, saying like, what is all this exposure to the internet and technology and stuff going to do? And even an expert with it has no idea. So really there's no telling how internet or overexposure to internet like is going to affect us. But overall, I mean, I thought it was a really interesting article or excerpt. I don't know, it wasn't really an article because it was just on like the thing. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say on that.